Okay. All right. This is Stephen Cuffey coming from Virginia of the USA. This is my 53rd TBC Live Broadcast. That's 53 since our beginning of our live broadcast that started on March 21st of 2018. I'd like to thank all that's here today. And I'd like to thank Jules and Parker from New Zealand for being my live broadcast. Now, I want to also thank some people who are here today. And Sky, thank you so much for being here. And Bitcoin Scott, thank you so much, sir. GW Publishing, Gerard from the UK. I call him my genius. He's a wonderful person. And I got Hartoon. I'm not sure where you're from, but it doesn't matter. And I think that's Han. And I'm not sure where some of these people are from, but I know they've been here before. And of course, wonderful Diane Gordon from Canada. Now, that's who we are here with us today so far. Maybe some more may decide to come. If not, we'll just go ahead and get started. Well, the first thing I want to do to get this started, I have been a little trouble sharing my screen. I'm not sure I know how to do it, but it's just not coming up like it should. It may be my computer. I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to our blog. We had an important blog to deal with transactions, migration, and our new web wallet that I want to read. So if y'all just, and I first want to thank admin for this awesome live broadcast because it really, awesome blog because it really, specifically let us know what's going behind the scenes and how we should be taking this whole process. I also want to give a congratulations for admin featuring Sharon, our sister in TBC over in Australia, Sharon Wheeler. She may not be here today, but sometimes she comes and support me as well. But she was featured right above this this particular blog. But it's titled Transactions, Migration, and New Web Wallet Registrations. Then it has a basic. I'm sure a lot of y'all have already seen it. It has our emblem, our new emblem, and then it has her video. But it basically says transactions at HTTP colon / TBC .net. The current current wallet are confirming now, even if it is still slow. You can expect to be able to do one transaction a day on it. Remember that. One transaction a day on it. See, this is what people miss it right here. If your transactions on it takes longer than 30 minutes to confirm, then you will notice that it will be canceled at some point within 24-hour period. And then 15 to 30 minutes later, it will say confirm. That's because we coded a push through mechanism for all canceled transactions. That mechanism runs every 15 minutes automatically. So do not, listen to this. So do not do another transaction on the old wallet until you see a confirmation of the last transaction. Good news. Most of you that need to do a lot of transactions will migrate over to the new blockchain once you have completed the redemption process for this period, which happened to ends, on the 31st. Transactions at the new TBC0.net wallet are now showing confirmed within 30 seconds to 2 minutes at this time. That is marvelous. I'm just saying that. And we are hopeful that some additional development can even speed it up to a minute. That speed it up to that time, meaning they want it even faster than 30 seconds to 1 minute to 2 minutes. That new wallet will allow users to do additional transactions until the last transaction has confirmed. Oh, thank you, Lawrence, for coming on my live broadcast, brother, from South Africa. It's a way better wallet and coin network system. And that's what I've been saying to a lot of you on my live broadcast. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. At the end of last week, an odd situation came up at the data center hosting our new wallet server, and it resulted in an operating system of that server getting corrupted. Our tech team had the database of the new registrations open up at that time and were forced to turn the server off. We had to wait until Monday in that time zone for the data center tech team to return back to work to reinstall our wallet software onto the new server. But since the database was in open position, when this happened, it may have corrupted the database files too. It takes us a few days of work to find out if that is what the case or not. A few thousand of our members had already completed their steps of migration when this happened. We have decided to move forward regardless if the database files were corrupted or not on the old server. But all those that went through migration process before we turn off the server will have to go through the process of registration again. Okay, they have to go through the process again on the new server. The starting point of all is the migration button in the back office of Crinkle Cash. And if you have already passed the send button test, which everyone should pass, the system will recognize that and will immediately step through the registration process again. No coins would have been lost. I'm gonna say that again. No coins have been lost. So don't worry about that. Just do as you did before, and it's best if you use the exact same information you used the first time when you migrated. In other words, input the same email and the same password you used before. If you haven't, listen, this is another paragraph. If you hadn't already migrated, remember that you have 90 days to migrate, and you have over weeks more time to accumulate more cookie rewards before the end of May, and you should redeem those cookies before you migrate. If you have already redeemed your cookies for May and want to migrate, you can now by pressing the migration button in the back office of the Crinkle Cash and follow the instructions laid out in the article. All right. Tomorrow, now they gave an article, regarding that. Tomorrow, Printer, great. A man here. I tell you, you got some great people on this live broadcast. Tomorrow, a new wallet button will appear in the same place the migration button appears for those new members that signed up as of April 30th, 2018. They won't see a migration button. They need to basically follow the same steps in the article above that article to set up a new wallet by pressing the send button test and completing payment of the $10 admin fee. And I've been harping on that $10 admin fee on practically every live broadcast I've done. To save time, they can go ahead now and pay the $10 fee and then wait for payment status to show paid before they click on the new wallet button. Admin accepts Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ether for payment. And I've said that so many times. It is wise to pay the high miners fee when doing a cryptocurrency payment because all coins will push through transactions through much faster, so you can show paid in the status. Some have attempted to pay low miner fee and not pay the miner fee at all, and then complain that their status shows unpaid at the time. You can't have a send button. You can't. Oh, this is important. You can't have a send button until you have confirmed payment. So, till we have confirmed payment from you. It is simple as that. If you need to go to the payment support area and and I'm sorry to read this again. If you need to go, if you need, let me, I'm going faster than I should. Hold me slow down. If you need, you can go to the payment support area and submit a ticket if you need support to investigate a lagging payment paid. And they show down a diagram. I'm sure y'all all seen this in the blog, because the people here, I know every one of y'all have seen this already. You know, I'm doing this not just for y'all, but I'm doing it in case we have an orphan or somebody new that watches this live broadcast. So basically, what I'm saying to you is that, I mean, now some of you have known when we pay that $10 fee for your Crinkle Cash back office. Back, you recall when, for an example, when Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins were up higher, that means they were up in what, 19, 18, 19, like Bitcoin, for instance, they was up at 19 and hit $20,000 per coin back earlier this year. Now, fees were sky high. I'm gonna give you an example. I happen to have paid for my two kids, and it cost just for $10. One was $25 total, and one was $27. I did them one day after the next. But when I went back, when I arranged with some of my other team that sent me money to pay for theirs to my Coinbase wallet, I noticed I paid one for Litecoin. It cost me what? It was so cheap, $4 for the processing fees. And what I do to make sure that that pay status is showing under your account in your Crinkle Cash back office faster. See, I don't wait for them for all this transaction. Once I know that it's been through at least 2 transactions, confirmations, after you paying that $10 fee, I go and press that payment issues area in Crinkle Cash back office that's highlighted in this blog here, and I fill that out for the person on my team or whatever. See, I tend to do some things for my team because they're reading the blog, but they're not become students of the blog. And I've been saying this for so long. So what I'm saying to you is, sometimes you have to take a leadership role for some of your people because they're just not kidding and they're a little slow. I like to move forward as fast as I can, but at the same time, making sure that you understand the whole step-by-step process. Because this guy right here, he understands the process from A to Z. And the only reason I understand it specifically from A to Z is because, what? I'm a student of the blog. And I have said that over and over again. Do not just read the blog. You know, we going through that blog. I take my time. That was about my 4th time today going through that blog. And I'll probably go over it again later on tonight. Because when I read that blog, I talked about just a few live broadcasts before. I talked about our old blockchain network and our new blockchain network. You see, I study cryptocurrency. I've been studying cryptocurrency since the first week of December of 2016. This is what I do daily. I'm self-teaching myself. I'm getting on the phone talking to people that's been successful in cryptocurrency all over the world. We're messaging people. We're messaging. Some of my Facebook friends. A lot of people in TBC are not educated enough. I see that as a major, major issue here in the Billion Coin. Now, sure, you can get some education from each one of us leaders, like Gerard, like Lawrence. But people have to understand the specifics of what we're trying to achieve in our mission of TBC, which is the Billion Coin. Now, y'all have heard me say, I'll say TBC sometime, but you're hearing me say the Billion Coin more and more, because we say that word TBC, 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 TBC. But what if we have somebody that's new that really don't know what TBC is, what it stands for? Like Gerard says, what is TBC? What it isn't? And what is your correct role in TBC? I make sure that everybody comes on my team that they understand and know those 3 questions and know the answers to them. See, if you're not true to what you believe in, how would you ever be successful in it? See, I don't treat TBC like some people treat it like an investment, which is not. See, people, and Gerard probably agree with me with this, and maybe Diane too. I'm sorry. Okay, Diane, I understand you have to go now. I understand. No problem. Thank you so much, Diane, for coming along. People, the joiners, the people they just watch their TBC wallet grow. They treat it like I paid something. I paid for $100 worth of TBC to purchase with a trusted seller, and I'm just sit back and watch it grow. They don't bother talking to any people about it, about the Billion Coin, and what this magnificent opportunity is. They treat it like it's an investment. I put some money in, I watch it grow. Well, TBC is not an investment. We are spenders of TBC. Some of the people that's on here, they're builders of TBC. They have many people on their team. Everyone on my team, they understands what their role is. Now, whether they do it or not, I can't make anybody do anything. And the only reason that people like me and Sky and Bitcoin Sky, the only thing we receive everything that our TBC offers us or gives us is because we do what they asked us to do, like the live broadcast, for instance. I started my live broadcast the day after, the 22nd? I think was my first one, the day after they started. I'd already had about 10 or 11 recordings. Live broadcast is nothing, to me, is nothing hard about it. It's just about getting started. But we have to make sure that we are saying the right things, that we're doing the right things. It just flashed up on my screen. in 30 minutes. Watch TBC Revolution. He's awesome out of Nigeria. If anyone hasn't seen him yet, great speaker. The Bishop E, another one that comes on early in the morning for me. I don't know what time slot for you all. And I know Gerard has been there because I've seen his name. These guys are wonderful in Nigeria. I love hearing them. They're very passionate, like I am, about our mission and TBC and the Billion Coin. They're passionate about it. You know, that article that I just went over, I asked you all to do something. Break it in parts. Break it down in parts. There were many paragraphs there. Make sure that you understand every little thing in that blog post, because there was a lot there. You know, I spoke of our old blockchain as being like apples and oranges, or oranges and apples, should I say. The current one that we're on is like a Bitcoin clone type network. Similar, like the ones you see on the network, on the the coin market cap. Those market altcoins. But see, on the new network, none has to be mined. There are already a billion coins there. And none have to be created. Like Bitcoin is. It's like Bitcoin, what they say is only 21 million going to be mined. And they are already over 3/4 done with that. But what ours are already done over the new network. I mean, they're available to us. They're not just moving one over to the next. Oh, it doesn't work that way, guys and ladies. One old blockchain does not talk to a new blockchain. It doesn't work that in the blockchain technology. And I'm hearing some people say that in their live broadcast. They are very, very incorrect. I'm telling you, I know this. Whatever we have here in your wallet, admin and tech support know what it is. They'll know what it is when you put the redeem button, redeem now button. And when it grows, they know what it is. So when you get over to this new network, guess where they're getting those coins from? The billion coins. The billion coins. See? They have enough coins for all the people that right now, over 2 million people right now. But the only problem is, guess what? Not, although they be counted to some degree, but guess what's not going to happen? Their wallet will not be migrated over to the new network until what happens? Until that $10 annual subscription of your Crinkle Cash back office is paid. Plain and simple. If you don't have that Crinkle Cash, you're missing the boat. You really are. You haven't paid that $10 fee by now? You still got time. It's still time. It's still time. Oh my God. I could have said it better, Gerard. People are stuck. They're stuck in this, I'm going to say it, poverty mentality. Exactly. I find it I just got to say this, and I've said this before. I was in a business, and I won't mention a name, where I paid $49.99 for 5 consecutive years. And do your addition on that and see what I paid for per year. And there I'm involved in some other things that have a monthly fee of like 30 some dollars. One has a $53.97 per month. And there are people that won't pay $10. Can you believe that? And when I think of those same people, all those millions of people that haven't paid, they could never do some of these online businesses that have a monthly occurring fee. And they're talking about you can't spend money here, you can't cash out there. And these other business people I know people who are making $2,000 to $4,000 per week in other businesses and still paying $53.97 per month. I know personally who doing that. Several. But they're making thousands per week, thousands per month. So if you want to really make money, maybe you need to find out, like Randy and me. We do other things other than TBC to generate cash. You're not understanding what the Billion Coin is all about. So we have to exercise patience. We're dealing with a still new coin in the Billion Coin. We have to make sure that we fully understand what it is and what it isn't. Because I think a lot of people, and I'm not necessarily talking about the people here. You're right, Lawrence. It's just that people do not get it. You got to ask yourself, why did you sign up for the Billion Coin in the first place? Why? Because someone told you spend $100 worth of fiat, that you'll get one coin now worth what we saw to this. Like I have to refresh it, but that's a $8.4 million per coin, because now we're associated with not just with the people that join per day, but also we're associated with a grain of gold. Gold. I can't thank admin enough and what they're doing and what that person is doing for us. The question is, what are we going to do for them? Did you hear that? What are we going to do for the Billion Coin? They have done enormous for us. At least we should be out getting more people involved, because our numbers per day have really reduced compared to what it was about mid last year. We were 25 to 50,000 people per day. And I know that's true because I was counting. I was keeping track for a minute. I know exactly, and I feel what's going on. I don't know as 100% per se what's going on behind the scenes, but when I read a blog like that, I said, all I'm saying to myself, I knew that was happening. I knew that was something. I talked to, remember, y'all remember, I don't know if everybody was here on that particular live broadcast. I talked about some of the challenges we're going to see even in the new network. And you're going to see more. You think because all of us going to be over by July 31st, as many as we can get over, hopefully all over, all 3.2 or whatever number we have, hopefully. But I don't see all people getting over there. because they're not paying a $10 fee. You cannot migrate without it. They've said that several times in a blog post. So let's be mindful of what we have in our hands in the billion coin. And some people need to wake up. Plain simply need to wake up. I know $10 it may be a lot more in some other countries, like in some parts of Africa. I talked about some extreme poverty areas. I outlined where they were. I know where the main poverty areas are in the world. It's not hard to find that information. I even said yesterday, if I could take the millions out of my account, I would go right there and start some foundation, start something to help people over there. So make sure you read that blog, just maybe separate it, because there's a lot of information there. And just go through it and try your best to understand everything that's there. So if someone asks you about it, you can refer them back to the blog. Or if you want to just tell them, because they may ask some specific questions that pertain to that particular blog post. All right. Well, my time is up. I'd like to thank everyone here. Yes, Lawrence. Winners pay attention. You're right. Losers don't. It's a teaching process. Learning this is a teaching process. So anyway, my time is up. Like I said, TBC Revolution should be coming up very soon. And but I'd like to thank everybody for being here today. TBC Hoffa, another one y'all need to really be there for his live broadcast. You got some great people doing some great live broadcasts here. I'd like to thank everyone for being here. I will be here again. I'm already scheduled for tomorrow, the same time. I'll be here. Same time, as they say, that same time back channel. All righty. Thank you so much. Stefan was here too. Oh, good people here. Ooh. Tikotal Williams. She was here today. She's here today. Wow. There's some great people here. Oh my goodness. Had quite a few people here today. Some new people that came here today. And again, for those that didn't catch all this live broadcast, you can once I stop it, you can always go back and play it again. But I'm gonna point out one last time. Dissect that blog to the utmost that came out today, because admin said quite a few things in that particular blog post. I'm letting you know this. You better catch what I'm saying. I see it. I know what's happening. See, sometimes you got to see things for what it really is. And when it comes to a blog post, I see it, I mean, like daylight. It's like coming out of darkness, seeing day. Make sure you support other live broadcasters. And once again, we still need more. We're getting a few more coming on, being brave. My God, admin gives you what, 1 million cookies? It's worth over $80,000 per live broadcast. If that don't give you enough incentive, what does? Some of us like has made over $4 million in live broadcasts and cookies. If you're just looking for the monetary side of it, why would you not want to do a live broadcast if it was free? Why would you not want to support something as awesome as the Billion Coin? Oh my God, this is wonderful. If you want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, then you should take full responsibility for every thought, word, and action that you produce. Oh my God. I have to say that's one of the best words of wisdom I've ever heard since I've been in the Billion Coin. And I really mean that, Lawrence. That is awesome. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this right now. I took a screenshot of what Jules just sent me because that is something I would like to use throughout my live broadcast. And please, if you haven't already said that in your live broadcast, Lawrence, please mention in your last broadcast. It was awesome. If you're on Randy's when he comes back Friday, he said be back Friday. That should be, oh my God, that should be on the blog post. That is huge. Lawrence Malecki out of South Africa, he said some great things on this live broadcast that we need to take to heart. I'm with you 500% on this. I know I'm over. I just love this TBC, and I love you all. I'll see y'all tomorrow at the same time. It's at 3 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, which is my time zone. Check your time zones for the East Coast of United States. Some is 5 hours, 6 hours ahead, whatever, 12 hours ahead. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to come listen at me. I'll see you tomorrow. This is Stephen Cuffey signing out for you today.